Much of Indiana and parts of several other states remain under a tornado watch this morning after deadly tornadoes tore through the Midwest. Officials say at least 2 people were killed in a series of tornado activity across Indiana and Illinois. The severe weather also injured several others and leveled a number of homes. Officials in Illinois say they're only aware of 1 tornado touching down so far there, and that it will take some time to fully understand the scope of the damage.
Obviously, damage assessment is going to take place really throughout the day today. We'll be going through everything. It was difficult at night to go assess damage. I mean, we were more concerned with the people last night. Today we'll assess some damage. I know that there are some houses and residences that are leveled, and those obviously will be our first priority to make sure that they have housing, that they have what they need.
CBS News national correspondent Lana Zak joins us from Kankakee, Illinois. Lana, talk to us about the extent of the damage that now being revealed as the sun is rising where you are this morning.
Yeah, one of those leveled houses is just over my shoulder here. As you mentioned, this tornado actually hit after sun had already set, and residents here just had minutes after the warning to take cover to actually get to shelter. I've been speaking with residents who are now starting to come out. They're checking in on one another. There's one house here that nobody has heard from yet, and they're trying to see if that person was someplace else. There's another neighbor who found a dog. They're taking care of it until they can ascertain who it belongs to. And one person who lives down on the lake specifically told me that she heard those grapefruit-sized hail that was being thrown right in front of that tornado, and it sounded like bazookas. In fact, from that same sheriff presser, we heard that the majority of the injuries that were sustained here were actually because of that hail. A lot of people caught in their cars as their windows were being broken. As you can imagine, the hail that was that large has actually broken records.
So Lana, we're hearing about damage in other states. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, unfortunately, we just had those 2 confirmed deaths 25 miles from here in Lakes Park, Indiana. I want to play a little bit of what that sheriff had to say overnight.
Around 6:53, the tornado sirens were activated, and tornado touched down around 7 p.m. The tornado started on the ground about 3.5 miles southwest of Lake Village and came through Lake Village, being the heart of the damage. We have a lot of damaged homes, power lines down. We're asking people just stay put. If you're out driving around trying to assess the storm damage, you're going to come across limbs, across trees that haven't been identified yet. It's just too risky.
And that advice is all across the damage area. We're starting to hear the sounds of crews who are working to restore power. There are still tens of thousands of people without power across multiple states. As you mentioned, Vlad, this was a major storm that stretched all the way south from Texas, north to Michigan, spanning 1,300 miles, and the devastation is so extensive. It is really a remarkable blessing that people were largely safe overall.
That is a blessing. Lana, thank you very much. Appreciate it.